buat rekamannya,
Ya,
Pak.
Bu Duyan, kami sudah,
Pak Du.
saya sudah meng-backup di sini. Sudah jalan ini. Gimana Bu Duyani? Sudah cukup. Bu Duyani, kami sudah siap. Sudah ngerekod ini, Bu.
Yang ngomong itu bongok-bongok ini. Runggu mlebu kabeh suara.
Gimana? Bu Duyani?
Tes.
Ini tampilan layar enggak, tampilan layar itu enggak ono. Ini slash biasa nih. Kayak PowerPoint-nya tak ini. Iki. Ya. Oke. Presenter sudah siap, Bu Duyani. Suara, tes suara. Gimana? Bapak moderator.
Terdengar dengan jelas, Pak Dwi.
Oke, suara moderator juga terdengar dengan jelas.
Menunggu ujian itu dulu.
Ya.
Enggak, itu tuh kata.
Betul ya nih, gimana? Is there any problem? Ini harus didekatkan atau ini didekatkan atau gelantang, terdengar apa enggak ya? Terdengar walaupun
Tuh, dia ini malah nggak aman.
Siti Mas Nursa, oh, maksudnya masih butuh ya nih.
Bosnya masih di Budiani ini, nggak les. Cuma kamu kerungu ya. Gak apa-apa.
Belajar. Halo, Miss Host. Kami presenter sudah siap. Ya.
Halo, Budiani.
Ya, weh.
Ini bisa saya jam kecil. Ini loh, di upgrade saya itu. Atau untuk kita rintik-rintik.
Halo. Mudah-mudahan lancar.
Amin. Halo.
Halo. Gimana Bu Duyani?
Ya Pak,
Ya, ya.
mulai.
Monggo dimulai Bu, kami sudah siap.
Ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat siang Bapak Ibu hebat, peserta virtual koordinator training batch 4 Jatim kelas 794. Untuk hari ini Rabu tanggal 19 Juni 2019 sesi 3. Hari ini saya akan memperkenalkan untuk presenter. Hari ini adalah Bapak Ibu Santoso dari SMK Negeri 1 Jedes, Kabupaten Mojokerto, yang akan membawakan materi tentang quick comprehension pas 1. Untuk moderator hari ini ada Bapak Iswandi dan saya sendiri Diani sebagai host. Sebelum sesi ini dimulai, saya akan membacakan peraturan nanti akan sekarang menggunakan mikrofon selama presenter menyampaikan materi. 2. Peserta sekarang menyampaikan selama materi menggunakan materinya. 3. Peserta akan diberikan waktu tanya jawab dan bisa dilakukan di kolom chat atau menggunakan untuk berbicara langsung dengan materi setelah moderator mempersilakan bertanya. 4. Peserta sekarang baru selama materi berlangsung. Informasi tetap akan dikeluarkan dari monitor. 5. Peserta wajib mengikuti daftar hasil yang disediakan oleh host. Daftar hasil untuk sesi ini sudah saya bagi di kolom chat. Bapak Ibu bisa mengisinya, jangan lupa untuk mengisi sesi ini. Selanjutnya, waktu saya serahkan kepada Mas Wadi sebagai moderator. Monggo Pak Wadi.
Terima kasih Bu dwiViani. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang, salam sejahtera untuk teman-teman guru hebat se-Jawa Timur, khususnya Mojokerto dan Sidoarjo. Pada siang ini kita akan
melakukan video conference training dengan presenter yaitu Bapak Dwi Santoso dari SMK Negeri 1 Cicis Mojokerto dengan judul Quick Recomprehension Tenses Part 1. Jadi nanti kita akan belajar mengenai tenses bahasa Inggris. Untuk mekanismenya, yang pertama Pak Dwi Santoso akan memaparkan materinya, terus untuk Bapak dan Ibu semua nanti akan di akhir materi akan ada sesi tanya jawab, boleh dengan mengacungkan tangan atau menuliskan di kolom pertanyaan, nanti akan saya bagi untuk dijawab oleh Bapak presenter yaitu Pak Dwi. Begitu nggih? Jadi sekarang sesi materi kita mulai saja. Waktu dan tempat kami persilakan sepenuhnya kepada Pak Dwi Santoso. Monggo Pak Dwi.
Terima kasih sebelumnya. Saya sampaikan pada Ibu host Bu Duyani. Lalu yang kedua untuk Bapak moderator Pak Iswayudi. Okay, in this time I would like to rememorize again our tenses. All of us already study English in long time, since junior high school. Is that right? And each studying English, we always meet tenses. We know this word, but it's very difficult to recognize the tenses itself. And in this time, I would like to bring all of you, all participants here in video coordinator training batch 4 East Java regions. In this time, I would like to rememorize. Here in English, the important part of sentence is verb, and this verb will be changed based on the situation, based on the time. So the change of the verb based on the time is called tenses. In this training, I would like to give the title is part 1. So this is the pattern, how to make a pattern, how to arrange the sentence. And next, if have a time, I will continue to part 2. Is there how to make the good sentence in daily life, or what is the tenses function in daily life. So in this quick recomprehend tenses, let's make tenses easy. By joining this video conference, I will like to bring all of you to know the easiest way how to comprehend tenses. The second slide. How to make tenses easy. First, we have to know how to divide time itself in English. And the second, we have to know how the basic form of the tenses. And the third is we have to know the subject, the group of subject. Okay, let's go on to number 1. In number 1, we have to know how the time and verb changes. We go on to slide 3. Now we know the slide 3 clearly. In English, there are 3 times: past time, present time, future time. This is divided based on the time. And each time there has their own changes. And now we go on to the verb. This is the example, some example of the verb. If you want to know more, you can open your dictionary. I think it's very easy to find out the verb. In table 1, in verb 1 is some people called infinitive and the other called simple form. Or to make easy, we call verb 1. Verb 1 is the basic verb. And past. Is verb 2. Verb 2. I will give accept. Accept changed into accepted. Ended by ed. And the past participle is verb 3. Some kind verb 2 and verb 3 are similar, aren't the same. But in irregular verb like bring, it will be changed. For bring, I'm sorry, for bring is still the same, although they include in irregular verb. I will give you example the word eat. Eat in the past time it ate, and the past participle it became eaten. Past and participle. Hello, hello. Is it? May I continue my presentations?
Yes, of course, Mister.
And then, so in the second eaten and the verb 3 we called, or some people call present participle eating. So it became ate, eaten, and eating. And in the regular accepting. I do believe all the participant here will know exactly these changes. This is the key how to master tenses. And then if
Oh,
and then if
bapaknya berangkat gak ada kayak putihnya jari ini. Mana lanangi? Doanya gak jelas no. Lanangi putihnya gak ono kurang satu.
Halo, mohon ibu-ibu suaranya.
and then okay, it's a little bit disruptions. Okay, we'll continue to the fifth slide. How to reform the tenses pattern. The key is in this fifth slide. Now, in here we can know the 4 part of tenses. First is simple, and second continuous, and the third is perfect, and the last is combined perfect continuous. If we count tenses, there are 4 parts of tense of that time and 4 parts of the form. So 4 times 4 is 16 tenses. Here I will elaborate 16 tenses. Past, present, future, past, future is the time of the tenses. Simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous is the form of the tenses itself. So 4 times 4 is 16 tenses. Let's now pay attention to this table that the cursor is put in. This is what we call past, simple past, or for the complete sentence, simple past tense. And I will go to the right side, present. This is what we call simple present tense. And next, the right side of future, simple future. And the last, simple past future. This is this is how to know the name of the tenses. And now we go on to continuous. In the continuous, if I point, please pay attention to the cursor I already lay on. This is what we call past continuous. And the second, this is present continuous, and next to the right, future continuous, and that's past future continuous. From the name, we already know. Just combine the column and the tabel of the form. If I put right here, this is what we call present perfect. This is what we call future perfect tense, past future tense, and the last is past future perfect continuous tense. Okay, from time, by seeing this table, I think it is very easy to know its names of tenses. And now we go on to the patterns. To know the patterns, we go back to the verb, slide 3. This is the important word of the verb. I already studying it, that this is always make the student confused. So this is the key. Pay attention to be. To be, there is MR. Why there are 3 and have has? Why there are 2? It's divided based on the subject. That is why before we go on to the next, to the pattern, to the next level, we have to know the form of the subject, the group of the subject. There are 2 groups of the subject. Singular subject, I always write or short by ST. In Indonesian, it's very familiar by saying subjek tunggal. And the second subject is plural subject. This is always shorted by subjek jamak. Nah, ini biasanya this is usually some our student will related this intonation with their praying if they are Muslim. This is subject. Come on, let's memorize. Subject tunggal, he, she, it, and the plural subject is I, you, we, they. And for I have their own place, but in common they join in plural subject. And to know more, we have to learn more detail. And then we go on to, after we know the group of the subject and we know the important verb of the English, like to be, do, have, and many more. The most important is be, do, sama have or has. And for play is, this is word, this word play is sample of regular verb. And study the play, study is regular verb, so we can put ed. And for irregular, like this in slide 7, sorry, not slide 7, slide 4, like bring became brought, drew became drew, drawn, eat became ate, eaten, find became found, and find it. And after we know the changes of the verb, we know the group of the subjects, and we go on to the patterns. This is the pattern. For the simple past, put verb 2. Let's go to the table 5. In table 5, simple past, you just put verb 2 in this table. Subject, verb 2, object. This is simple past. Let's go on to slide 7. For present, simple present tense, just put verb 1. Verb 1. So, simple past verb 2, simple present verb 1, and simple future will verb 1. For past future, just change future will become shall or should or would. It's very easy. Now I will repeat again. For simple past verb 2, simple present verb 1, simple future will verb 1, past future would or could or shall verb 1. So for the simple is clear enough, right? And we go on to continuous. Continuous usually have present participle ing. Remember, present participle ing which cannot stand up, cannot stand alone, because if he stand alone, if it stand alone, it's being noun. It needs be. Be here is, let's go to the slide 3. Be here is MR. If simple form, if simple past was were, and if past participle been, and if present participle being. Okay, so continuous. While you remember continuous, remember past continue remember past participle verb ing. If you confuse with continuous related with verb ing, cannot stand alone, it needs be. For past, be divided into two. Yeah, be divided into two, was and were. So was and were verb ing. So here was and were verb ing. For present, be, there are three form of be. Is MR and followed by a verb ing. So the pattern of continuous is be verb ing, be verb ing, be verb ing. Depend on the time. In the past was verb ing, were verb ing. If present is verb ing, am verb ing, are verb ing. In the future will be verb ing. Past future would be verb ing. Okay? And for the continuous, there are was and were. Why there are two? It depends on the subject group. We use was while we have subject tunggal. He, she, it. He was he was a student of SMKN 1 JTS. Subject tunggal, singular subject. While we using were, we use plural subject. We were here since 3 o'clock. Okay, was and were is clear enough. And we go on to is MR. Be is MR in present continuous depend on their subject. Is followed by subject tunggal. M has their own subject I. R is followed by subject JAWA or plural subject and plus verb ing. This is present continuous. And for future continuous will be verb ing. I will be studying at university 2 years again. So will be is our dream. And for the past future, just change model be, just change model will into shall or should or could. Okay, there are 8 tenses already done, simple, continuous. And we go on to perfect form. In perfect, we need past participle. In past participle cannot stand alone, like verb ing, like past participle, like present participle, verb ing. Verb ing need be, while perfect past participle need had or has. Nah, had or has. Let's we go back to the third slide. Have, has, and simple past become had. Past participle become had. Present participle became having. Have, has, followed by verb 3 for perfect. If present perfect. If past perfect, had verb 3. Present perfect, had has verb 3. Future will have verb 3. Past future would have verb 3. Okay, it's very easy. And for the present, have and has. Why there are two It's depend on their subject group. Well, we use have, we use plural subject, and we use has. Well, we meet singular subject. Okay, this is the complete patterns. But I do believe you all of you still confused if you are not English teacher. And I will continue to perfect continuous to complete the elaboration. Past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous had been following by ing for past. And if present continuous, have has been verb ing, and future will had been verb ing, and past future will for will change into would or shall. All of us already know this pattern since we are junior high school, but it's very complicated. In this part 1, in these sessions, I ask you to rememorize all these patterns easily, and to rememorize, you know the subject, the group of subject, the time of tenses, and the form of tenses. The form of tenses is the yellow one, and the blue is time of the tenses. For the name, if I put this is what we call past simple, past continuous. If I put this, present perfect, future perfect continuous. Okay, for the pattern, I do believe it's clear enough. And we go on to the next slide. The next slide is how to make all the pattern there in slide 7 is affirmative sentence atau kalimat positif, ya. And this is how to change positive, negative, and interrogative. Affirmative, negative, interrogative. It's very easy to change the affirmative became negative. For the difficult one is go to the simple past, simple present. The other is very easy. For simple past, we need did. For simple present, we need do if the subject is jama, and if the subject is single plural, we use do. So that's the difference between past and present. Subject, verb to object. Let's make an example. I studied English. We not necessary to follow up by time expression. We know this is the past time. I studied English. And while change into negative, studied. Sorry, this is wrong example. I didn't study English. Did you study English? And then for the present, he studies English. He doesn't study English. In simple present, we have to put es or s while the verb ended by sh, ch, ss, x, and jy. Like I will give you example. My mother washes clothes. If we use my mother, we can change my mother into she. She is a singular subject. She washes. So the verb was put es, washes. She washes clothes. Firman plays soccer. play here is not ended by y. Play just stand after vowel sound play, so we put s, not es. Firman plays soccer every day. So the difficult of present and past is the at es or s. And for the future, it's a very easy. Just will, verb 1, and if you will here is linking verb. If you know the linking verb of tenses, we just put negative in front of the linking verb. I will not study English. Will you study English for interrogative? And we go on to the next pattern. Continuous. Continuous, the linking verb is was, were, for the past, present is mr or to be. Future is will or model. So change the to be and model and put not after to be or model. It becomes negative sentence. And if you can change negative sentence, put the model in front of the sentence and followed by subject. Were they studying? It's interrogative for past continuous. Are we studying English? This is interrogative for present continuous. Will you be studying English? This is interrogative for future continuous. And go on to next slide. We will change affirmative past perfect into negative into interrogative. For perfect, the linking verb is had. If past perfect had, present perfect is has, and future still will. So put not after had or has and will, and put have after in front of the sentence to make interrogative sentence. And then we go on to continuous. Continuous is still had, has, and will. To change negative is the same with negative and interrogative. And the last is perfect continuous. Past future. For the past future, just put model and change the model into would or could. And for the questions, just put model in front of the sentence. Could you be studying English? Should he have finished the task? Had been playing tennis. This is for interrogative past future. And for negative, just put not in front of the model. It already being past future negative. I could not be studying English. He should not have finished the task. This all of the presentation. So I asking you how to reform the patterns and the simple example of each pattern. We are not going to the complex sentences yet. I will elaborate in the second session or second meeting. This is what we call quick recomprehend. And if we would like to exercise, just put tabel the verb table. Exercise from the name first. If I put here, my student will say simple past tense, and I put here, my student will say simple present tense. If I put here, my student will say simple future tense, simple past future tense. And after I put for a table, all the table can be follow up without the without the interpreting of the teacher, or they can go by themselves first. That's for the name. And how to reform the how to reform the patterns. How to reform the pattern. Just remember the part of past, present, future, and reform simple, continuous, perfect, continuous. This is the first requirement to know the patterns, and and knowing the group of the subjects, and knowing, please familiar with the changing of each verb. And this list of the verb is very familiar in the dictionary, especially Indonesian English dictionary. It's very easy to find out. The most important is we can know the meaning, why it could be verb 1, why verb 1, why verb 2, why verb 3, and why verb A, why they are changed. We cannot, sorry, in here we cannot complain, but we always, but if you would like to know them, use them. This is the know them, use them. If we use regularly, I do believe this all this word will feel familiar to us. So very easy, very simple, and if there you asking, this is like mathematics, English mathematics. Let's go on to the to 7 charts. So you know this is plus plus this pattern like mathematics. And in English, while we are there are many opinion of grammar. Some people says don't memorize grammar. I do agree with that. In English, we can learn many ways. We can repeat and listening. We can do grammar and many ways. We can watching TV, watching English film, and memorize or follow what they say. So many ways in how to how to learn English. It is not depend on the grammar. So there are many ways to know English. But gradually, one by one, or the while the day go on, we have to know the right English. And for the right English, in in here I didn't push all my students to memorize. I just put them into simple sentence, and then I will use the sentence for to reform the to reform their sentence, their words, their activity. So this is very easy. And I think this is my explanation. Hopefully it's brief enough. And if for more detail, you can give me feedback while asking or give a suggestion or many things. Let's discuss about tenses in this session. Thank you. Make this I will put the conversation. I will go back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dwi Santoso. It's a great session. Oke, teman-teman, saya buka saja dengan Indonesia. ini presentasinya menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Saya juga mau bertanya, bingung ini mau bertanya pakai apa. Oke, teman-teman, monggo kalau
Pertanyaannya boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia, but I will try to answer all the questions in English. Pertanyaannya boleh pakai bahasa Indonesia, but I will try to answer in English. This is not to show up, but I would like to make
teman-teman antara tulis sama conversation ya.
Bisa diulang. Suaranya belum jelas ini, tolong diulang. Oh yes, I got it. For conversations, each sentence in English, since they have verb, I do believe it's a part of tenses. Since they have a verb, I do believe it's a part of tenses. Selama ada kata kerjanya, saya yakin itu bagian dari tenses. Nah, setiap kalimat, setiap ekspresi pasti bisa digunakan untuk conversation. Memang semua kalimat ya berdasarkan tenses itu sendiri. I will give you the expression of conversation. Hi, how are you? This is very familiar of us. Hi, how are you? If you already learning from the chart before, hi, how are you? How are you? Is there to be are? Are is a present. This is what we call simple present. This is simple present. Hi, how are you? It's a very easy. I'm fine. I'm fine is a simple present. So when they are communicate, they are in present time usually, and this is habitually. For more function, still there are still many expressions, and I already prepare well, and hopefully there are no handicap. And for the next session, I will elaborate all the functions in each sentence. If yes,
Okay, thank you.
if there are any questions, please.
Okay. There are any another question? Mr. Adi Pranoto.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Adri. Mungkin Ada di chat, mungkin lihat di chat. I'm sorry, the voice is not clear enough here. Gimana? Ya, Bu Hanum mungkin. Oh, bentar Pak Is. Ya, silahkan. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.